Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about set reset latches or SR latches. Now there are two different types of SR latches and we're going to draw both of them out here. There is the NOR SR latch and the NAND SR latch. And they're each a little bit different from one another. Zoom in here, make them a little bigger. So if we take wires and we take the outputs from the latch and feed it in as one of the inputs to the other latch, an interesting thing will happen. Now, I think the NOR one's a little bit easier to understand, so we'll start with that one. Now, if I start out with some power here, if I apply power to this pin, you can see that this is lit, and if I move it away, it will remain powered on this pin. Now, these logical gates here have an external power source. We talked about that in our digital logic video or logic gates video. So that's where the power is coming from. It's not somehow remembering or reusing this power and feeding it around and around and around or something like that. It does have an external power source feeding these gates. It's just not shown on the diagram. Anyway, if I take my power source and now I apply it to this pin, you can see, oh, that was brief, but that's the cool thing about it, I guess, is you apply the power and it switches over to here. Now this is low or a 0. So if we treat this one pin as like an output pin, this one up here would be not our output, the opposite of our output, the inverted output. But if I do this, it will set it as high. I can take this off, leave it alone, it's fine. It will remain high. And this one, if I give it power, take it away and leave it alone, it will be low and it will stay low. So that's neat. Now, you probably notice this NAND gate is a little different because it's always a 1 for whatever reason. And if I apply power here, yep, that's 1. If I apply power here, well, that's 0. But the whole point of a latch is we want it to remember when we take the power away. Well, that's where the difference lies between these two. This one needs a constant input of power. So what I'm going to do is actually supply that. How do I want to do this? Let's move this a little further back. Let's put switches in here. Oops, that's a wire, not a switch. Okay, so the difference now is there's always power flying through this circuit. If I need like a toggle switch where you just tap it. Is that an option? Momentary switch. Haha. Look at that. Look at that. So now, if I tap this one, it is still 0. If I tap this one, now it's a 1. So this is our set pin and this is our reset pin, which is the opposite of this other circuit. This other circuit, this is our set pin, and this is our reset pin. It's the opposite side of the one that you supply power to. This one always has power, and you have to flip the momentary switch. And by doing that, whatever side you flip it on, that's the side that will hold your value then. But it always needs to have electricity going to it. It's just a matter of flipping it momentarily. So this is the two different types of SR latches that I know about that exist. There's the NOR style and the NAND style, and I kind of prefer the NOR style because I like the fact that I can just supply a signal momentarily and I don't have to keep supplying power to it. But it is both of these options are valid. So I hope you found this video educational. Please consider subscribing and all that YouTube magic, and we look forward to seeing you in a future video.